So good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another day where I'm gonna cycle through the city. I thought I'd started here because I wanted to share an interesting find at Albert Heijn. It's a Oreo protein bar. Tastes pretty good. Not as sweet as normal Oreos. Does say it's low sugar, but you know, who cares about calories? So, what we will be doing today alright, let's make our way to the bike. Also had this coffee. Always throw the trash where you're supposed to. So, a while back, I did a challenge where I was trying to guess Gael's route to work, one of my friends, and I sent a picture of the route which I thought she took. And afterwards I said something in the lines of, I will do a challenge where I have to guess every route. I have to cycle every route that I guess, because I was bored at the time. But then Jason, a good friend of mine back in high school, together with his brother Jeremy, he sent me this route. And he just drew doodles all over the city just as a joke, but I took it seriously and I said challenge accepted. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but yeah, so that's what we'll be doing today. I've loaded it up to the Garmin, so we should be good to go. I'm gonna fire that up and yeah, we'll see where we get at. Hopefully also I'll have something interesting to say. Don't think so. Maybe I'll tell a little bit about I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but in any case, it's gonna be a 29-kilometer bike ride, which doesn't seem too much, but it's a 23-kilometer bike ride in the city. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one and also very irritating, because I'm also expecting a lot of red lights and a lot of traffic. Alright, let's set this up. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, 29.8 kilometers. Loading the course. And yeah, let's ride it. I am gonna put it on map mode instead of the speed gauge mode, because then I can actually see where I'm going. Alright, let's do this. I'm also trying something new. So yesterday I played I played around with the GoPro settings, and apparently you can add a map to the bottom right of the corner and also a speed gauge on the bottom left, so you'll be able to see something more contextually to where I'm riding, how fast I'm riding. So yeah, the speed gauge isn't as accurate as I wish. It's alright, it does the job. So yeah, let's get it. Still calculating the ride, but I do know that it starts from north actually, because that's where the drawing started from Jason. But I'll be cutting it short because I have to travel to Amsterdam Central to begin with. So gave myself a little bit of a discount. Always sounds super horrible underneath the bridge when the train passes by. It might not sound too bad on camera, but in life, or how I hear it, it screeches. It's still having a hard time calculating the route. It's at 50% at the moment. Which is good because it's a red light anyway. And here we go. Maybe before I started the video I should have set up more. There was a lot of time wasted in looking for the text, entering my passcode, which should be blurred out now that I think about it. And also showing you the Oreo. I think I got just a little bit too excited about the Oreo. I wanted to show it in the camera as well. And I thought the pier was a nice place to start. So you also see the setup of the bike as well. I've decided that every time I cycle now, I bring a bottle of water as well. Because it's super annoying to have to buy water when you are thirsty. So I want to be prepared. It is still calculating the route, but I should be on it at the moment. Alright. It was an interesting part to navigate. There's a bunch of people who do have priority, but the cyclists here just take it. They don't care. Alright. Oh, it's calculating again from the start. It is having a hard time. But it's okay, I can see it. So I know where we're going, even though it is calculating where we are, or where things we're supposed to go. But yeah, again, another beautiful day. Nice sunshine. Gotta make the most of the summer while it's still there. The Albert Heijns in the Netherlands have started their sale of kruidenoten and chocolate covered kruidenoten. If you haven't had it before, they're like little circular speculoos cookies covered in chocolate, and they're very popular during the winter time. Oh. And it's September at the moment, and they are already selling it in the Albert Heijn, which is an absolute joke, to be fair. Dash this one. Opa! Here we go. So yeah, it's kind of an indicator that the summer is over. You don't know by the weather whether it's cold or whether it's warm. But no, when in doubt, go to the Albert Heijn and see if they sell kruidenoten, yes or no. Oh man, this route is horrible. Take a right here. Okay, this is tougher than I thought. I should turn around. It's not according to the route. Here we go. Yeah, the reason why I missed it is because it doesn't update as fast as I would like. So I'm supposed to take a left here. We're on the right course now. So yeah, it looks ridiculous, but seemed fun to do, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm gonna pay a bit more attention to the road because I already noticed myself looking at the map too much. Want to be safe, of course. Here we're supposed to go straight. Yeah, on top of the challenge, it's a nice 30 kilometers and it's a very good excuse or goal to achieve. It's not like I'm here doing something pointlessly. I think to some extent these vlogs are pointless. But, oh, that's not a bike road. I'll use the pedestrian lane instead. It's tough. I never, when going in the city where you're just going from A to B, you never realize how stressful it actually is to navigate the streets. But there's so much happening. I mean, with some background in Indonesia, I'm pretty used to the traffic. So that I've had my fair share of training, so to speak. Okay, I'm supposed to go left, I guess. It's no joke, guys, we're actually going around in circles. But that is the goal of today, to follow that doodle that Jason added in the group chat. Challenge accepted. I guess it's also nice for the video. In the yesterday or last episode, I went in the outskirts of the city, which is very nice to cycle in itself. So as a personal experience, it's really nice. But I can imagine for those watching, perhaps it's not as nice because there's not much going on in the city. There's like a bunch of people, a lot of cyclists. Just overall more interesting to watch, I think. Which is nice for me because then I have to talk less. So yeah, I've heard from the news that they're trying to do something about those fat bikes. So Parliament is trying to get together to an agreement of a ruling where fat bikes need to wear a helmet and also be 16 years of age, I think. And I think they also require a license plate then. The reason being is because most of the fat bikes are supposed to only go 25 kilometers an hour, but a lot of people modify them so that they go a lot faster than that. And so yeah, that's why they're looking into it. There's also been like countless accidents on them, and yeah, overall pretty nuisance to normal cyclists. But the problem being with that is that some electric bikes also go faster than 30 kilometers an hour. So what they're trying to come to an agreement to is this whole rule being on who it applies to. So they need to figure that out, see if they can come to an agreement somewhere. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Curious what it will change. I think people will remain on those bikes regardless. Oh, that was a really nice electric motor vehicle. Okay, so far so good. Tappery. But yeah, fat bikes, fat bikes. Hello. Sometimes when you pass by people, they say funny stuff. Like the last episode, there was somebody who said "Pindakaas." It's always fun. I had the right of way. Should have braked sooner. Should pay more attention. Two streets. I need to go right. Do see what I mean? Hey, there's the bike again. It's a really pretty bike. It's also nice that the Garmin beeps every time I need to take a ride. I know a cycling friend of mine, Willem, he hates it. So he always silences it, and whenever we're riding together, he always gets annoyed. Turn it off! I do turn it off when I'm cycling with him. So that doesn't change that I do prefer having it turned on, because then I'm just extra aware of where I need to go while paying full attention to the streets. Ah, this is where I think that famous apple pie place is located. Winkle 46, 49? One of those. It's nice though. It's places I rarely go to. Like, I mean, I've been to most of these places before. It's also quite funny, like these houseboats. They look pretty sturdy from the outside, but when you step inside, it rocks. the whole house, depending on how good the house is, I guess. But a friend of ours back in our student days, he had a house party, and we were just pre-drinking before going to... Pay attention. Pre-drinking before going to a party. And every time somebody new stepped in, so we were the first ones there, and every time somebody new stepped in, the whole house like rocked a little bit. It's quite funny. I have to take this left. Some roads you'll see twice, guys. But yeah, something to see. Because this way you can explore Amsterdam together with me. I've also noticed that sometimes the wind gets into the GoPro real loud. So maybe if I do this more often, I'll get myself a soundproof mic or a laissez-faire, whatever it's called. Should know the name. Leave. It's a nice view of the church. Loads of bikes parked here. This is actually the beautiful part of Amsterdam. Like, I think most tourists, when they come to Amsterdam, they just completely ignore these places. They tend to like just stay around in and around the Dam or the Wallen by the red light district. I mean, fair enough, it's something to see. It's the more special, edgy parts of Amsterdam. But you know, if you ever travel to Amsterdam, you should always rent a bike. Just ride around, goalless or with a goal. Drink some coffee somewhere. You'll find the hidden gems, as I would like to call them. There's the little things about the city that make it beautiful. Take a right here. And after the bridge, we go straight. So yeah, microphone. Maybe someday in the future. Dinged out of caution. More than anything else. Before they make a weird turn. That happens. Once I overtook this guy on the bike lane close to where we started the video, right about the time we were going to cross the ferry, and he didn't see me that I was on his left side. It was a 4-lane bike lane, and there were 2 people in front of us that were going a bit slower, but he was on his phone with his left hand, I believe, and he turned left into me, and he just nicked the side of my bar, and it twisted his bike, and he just somersaulted over his bike. It was a pretty nasty fall, but I was so startled and like angry at what had happened in the morning that I was just like, yeah, fuck this guy. So I ended up not talking to him after the fall because I knew it was his fault, and what was I gonna do about it? So I just went to work, and after work, I felt during the whole day during work, I felt pretty shit about it. So I texted the group that I was feeling shit about it, that I should have handled the situation better. But at a red light on the way back home, we kind of looked at each other, and he was like, "Were you the guy that crashed into me this morning?" What are the chances, right? And then afterwards, he tried to blame it on me, but I told him, like, look, it's not about me taking responsibility or not. It's your fault to begin with. I don't mind paying for your bike because I'm insured, but like, I'm not asking my insurance to cover your damages if you were the one being stupid, you know? But he was a nice guy. I gave him like 20 euros out of the 100 euros that he needed to pay to fix his bike, just because he was nice about it and he understood that it was his fault. So yeah, to be honest, I'm very glad that that happened, that we managed to talk it out, because like I said, I was feeling pretty shit that day about it. Oh, there's an uphill and I need to go to. Hopefully there are no bikes. What? So yeah, I think a week after that happened, I saw the same guy at the same spot where we kind of crashed, and he was wearing Apple earbuds. So I like pointed at his earbuds like, good job, man. At least he's not on his phone. So he learned something. It was his first 6 months in Amsterdam. I think he was from New Zealand or Australia, one of the two. I actually have a selfie with him too. Nice guy. Hope he's doing okay. And I'm glad that he didn't break anything, because it was a nasty, nasty somersault. Okay, so we're down first circle. This is just about where we started. We need to take a left here. Make sure to give priority when you need to. Right. Okay. I'm all for taking chances, like breaking the rules sometimes when it's safe enough, but when you're in the city, you know, when I was younger, maybe I would have just been more of a dick. Need to take a right here. But as I've gotten older, I realized, oh, not supposed to be on here, but let's dash it. As I've gotten older, this is what I mean with the fat bikes. Like, he was going way faster. Also, Amsterdam has been having quite a bit of a trash problem. They're trying to fix that as well by creating magnet doors for these trash cans. The main reason is because they've recently introduced static help to all the bottles and the cans that you buy. So every time you put it back to a dispenser, you get your money back. So it's like 20 cents worth. And a lot of people just don't care about that so much, so they throw it in the trash. And what happens is that homeless people break open the trash cans and they leave the trash out, because all they really care about is something that gives them money. So, like, to be honest, it gives them quite some money, which I completely understand, you know. But yeah, it's become a problem, and they have been trying to fix it with magnetic doors on the trash cans, so that way there will be no need to break them open, as they were using a lock beforehand. Right. There we go. So yeah, good initiative from the city. Good initiative. So, this is where most people hang out. The Dam. Horrible part of the city. Yeah, we have to go through it for today. Maybe a couple of times. Alright. Where are we going next? Straight? The level of indecision sometimes ridiculous. But you know, it's okay. People make mistakes. It's just road rage, you know? When you're on the bike, you encounter multiple people who've made one mistake in the day, like that guy, and it just adds up, you know, because from an objective standpoint, perhaps everybody is making one mistake a day, or maybe multiple. But in a city where you have like thousands of people navigating, and they all make a mistake, when they encounter you, it gets really frustrating. And also over the course of time, you know, when yeah, so it just adds up. I think that's where road rage comes from. And on top of that, the veil that is thinking that whatever you're controlling at the moment is an extension of your body, which it's not. You're just as vulnerable. Speaking of vulnerability, I have been thinking about cycling with a helmet in the city, but I can't get myself to do that. I have bought the helmet for it, but haven't made the decision to keep wearing it. Alright, we take a right here. Where are we going? Okay, first 8 kilometers down. Well done. This device is actually pretty funny. If you make a course on Komoot and you download it to this device, I mean, yeah, she gave an indicator on where she was going, but